It's the day after Halloween. And we're a very unique people, folks. We are. And every time I speak to someone who isn't Bermudian, probably never been to Bermuda, especially those who have only ever heard of the Bermuda Triangle, and those who have never even heard of that, I realize in conversation how uniquely different we are. What makes us uniquely different? So many things. The way we talk, the way we look, the way we dress, the way we celebrate different holidays. Look, it's been said that we celebrate other countries' independence better than them. That brings us to Halloween. You know you're Bermudian if you've given or received what during Halloween. You know you're Bermudian if you've given or received what during Halloween. Folks, I'm going to tell you, this is how I realized we did things differently. Maya, you've got something?
You mean like when you're out trick or treating, or
Yeah, trick or treating.
Okay. Just like I was like during the whole season, or just what? Okay,
trick or treating.
I'm gonna go with the scraps of glass candy. Like not even just the glass candy itself, but I remember getting like the cherries too, but like the messed up versions, even like the ones that didn't really quite make it to the perfect whatever they're trying to give it for. So it's just like the scraps that might be like kind of like still kind of chewy or whatever. Those ones, yeah, I remember that.
You know what? So glass candy is a Bermudian thing.
I feel
I've
like
never seen it outside Bermuda.
Anywhere else I see it is because they have like you make it, but they break it and they use it like as accents onto stuff or whatever, or things that they roll in like a topping. But we literally make the whole circle cup thing in the cupcake.
I know. That's cool. Okay. What's the most unique thing you've given or received during Halloween trick or treating? So glass candy, the scraps. Okay, I like that. What's this word you all? Malasadas?
Malasadas. Oh, that's oh my dear. Portuguese donuts. That's Portuguese donuts. Malasada. That's the original. That's the proper name.
I don't think I ever received this during Halloween.
Oh man, if you got them during Halloween, that's a blessing.
The only Portuguese we had in my neighborhood was Mr. Souza, the water truck man. That's why. And we didn't, we left him alone around Halloween because, at the end of the day, he worked hard enough making sure we all had water. So we didn't want to bother him for candy. Yeah.
Good folks.
Okay. What else, audience? Money. Did you ever receive money for Halloween?
What neighborhood are you in?
I'm trying to see something, Angeline Butler. I'm trying to see something. What were you trick or treating at? This is the most popular of the morning. Look, everybody said this. Sherry said homemade popcorn, Manda popcorn, Tanya Cheeseman popcorn, Shauna Butterfield popcorn, Tanya Cheeseman homemade popcorn, Suzanne Ingham homemade popcorn. Okay, all right. That is the most unique thing I've heard. I have never, ever even seen, and there's no disrespect to U.S. friends. I don't want to get jumped out there today. It's already hot in these streets with the election next week. But I have never, ever met an American who still makes homemade popcorn. It's all microwave popcorn. Like, to me, popcorn during Halloween, that's what I look forward to. Because I didn't start eating candy until I became an unhealthy adult. I never ate candy as a child. So when I went trick-or-treating, I wanted popcorn. I've always loved popcorn. But I didn't realize that was such a Bermudian thing. Until I got out here, and you say it to people, they're like, popcorn for Halloween? That's not candy. Well, that's the treat part.
Yeah.
It doesn't say trick or candy. It says trick or treat.
Plain and simple. But no, that is quite a Bermudian thing. Like, I remember all my years in university and things like that. Like, no one was really into popcorn. No one made it on the stove like we did. Because I remember the first time I was like cooking it up on the stove, and friends were like, we have a microwave, and I'm just like, okay, culture. Culture.
I'm gonna get the audience to do something. who had the best homemade popcorn on Halloween that you received? Do you remember where you got the best homemade popcorn from during Halloween that you received?
I can't remember the name, but I just know somebody, and it had to be in Smiths because it's when I was younger, and that's where we were in the Smiths area, and it was like wow salted popcorn. Like you could just have regular just salted, but like something about I don't know what people do to just add salt, and it tastes so good. It's like they just know just the right amount.
Hmm.
And I don't know how it sticks to the popcorn because like what? Because my family like we were very much a yeast family, and then we'll get the chicken season from the Seventh Day Adventist church place, and
Yeah.
and mix that together. That's how we would do it. But people who can make really good salted popcorn, I feel like that's a skill.
Okay. All right. Audience, we're getting some stovetop popcorn. What else? What you know you're Bermudian if you've given or received what during Halloween, and that's obviously trick-or-treating. You know you're Bermudian. You got anything over there, MP?
Well, for me, I'm thinking I would say pencils. I've gotten pencils. Anyone else?
Like a number 2 pencil?
Yeah, well, they were more cartoony, and they normally came in a 2, and sometimes they had like erasers on the ends, and they always had like this ribbon kind of pulled them together, and then maybe like a lollipop on it. But I distinctly remember always getting pencils with an eraser top and a lollipop with it. Can't remember who, but I remember always getting that.
Okay. A pencil. Audience, something tells me Taylor's got that beat. Something tells me he's received something so strange that it's going to define just who he is. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Let's go back to the audience. Charles H. Jefferson II says coconut cakes.
Yes, right, Charles. I never ate them.
What?
That's went straight to my mama.
Oh, and they have like the red looking ones and the white ones? What's coconut?
I think that, but I feel like it was also like, okay, yeah, Charles, you gotta explain a little bit more because the way I remember it was literal like cupcakey little things, and it had a lot of coconut flakes on it.
Yes, the coconut. Yeah, keep in mind, Charles is a couple generations older than us. You know, so he might.
I still remember getting something like that though, Charles. I remember.
He might be talking about coconut cakes back in the 60s or something. Brownie bites. Brownie bites. You ever got brownie bites?
Definitely. Oh yeah, I got brownies. That is pretty unique, like we bake. I think like we do give baking stuff. Like I really do remember brownies.
What? Nobody ever received an apple? Like I remember getting apples in my trick-or-treat bag.
It's too expensive to be giving out apples now.
All right. All right, folks. It's Friday Funday brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break with bring you a message from Mailboxes. After that message, we'll come back, continue. Keep your answers coming, and we'll get back to you. Keep it. We want to know what's the most unique thing. What makes you Bermudian? You've received or given what? I know you've received an apple. Thao's Thaao probably received an avocado or something on Halloween, a rotten one at that. You know you're Bermudian if you've given or received what during Halloween. Karen Simmons, speaking about those Portuguese donuts, she said hot and fresh from Reddenwood, yummy Portuguese donuts. What you got, Maya?
Man, that's supposed to be good. We got here Lingovox translations. Okay, so I raided my little cousin's Halloween haul last night. Immediately grabbed the popcorn.
Oh, you're one of those. Okay. You're one of those.
Jennifer Butterfield says, I remember getting a dime many moons ago. Like, dime? Money?
Oh, I mean, well, somebody did say they got money. I guess that's included, right?
Yeah, that is money.
She also said she got an apple. So somebody did get an apple. Maya, Angeline Butler, who earlier said she got money, she said Southampton. So that's where all the ballers are balling, huh? Up in Southampton, huh? Folks, next year, you know where to go trick-or-treating. Add to that investment plan. She said, well, Thaao Dill says stovetop popcorn categorically owns microwave stuff. It's not even debated. This is the same guy who, along with Glenn Jones, teased the crap out of me over 15 years ago on live radio because I said I don't use microwaves for anything. And they and the audience that they thought I was the strangest apple on the tree. Now, most people don't use microwave. Well, healthy people. Yeah. But
I can't remember last time I had a microwave.
That was before my time, Maya. That's what that means. Charles seems upset. He said he never received malasadas for Halloween. Where was that, Karen? My neighborhood was not that diverse. Hey, you kill me, Charles. We didn't have it like that, right?
That's such a great. Hey, imagine if they're warm too.
Yeah. Ikarana says, I only make popcorn in a pot on the stove, nutritional yeast, and seems well. That's all I do. Like people find it strange that, like, when I say I'm eating popcorn, I'm gonna cook it. They find it strange, and I'm like, what's strange about that? That's normal, and they think you're old timey. Well, there's the microwave and a bag, and I'm like, there's unhealthy and there's healthy too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I'm no judgment to the microwave, folks. I'm not judging you. Do your thing. If it's convenient, do your thing. It's just not my thing. Suzanne Ingham says, treat can be anything: candy, popcorn, chocolates, money. I love it. That's what makes Bermudian money. So many people I meet in the US, trick or treat is candy only, and the difference is chocolate or flavored candy. That's the only difference. What else you got, man?
I got here from Zane CT. I do remember getting a pencil at least a few Halloweens in Bermuda. So yeah, I'm not alone in that. I'm not alone.
That must be a generational thing. I ain't never received no pencil. Audience, yes or no? Have you received a pencil?
Come on, yes. I mean, you had to have received a pencil, Jamel. Like someone always has pencils to give, like something with a candy. It must be the teachers. Like, I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Shikarena says coconut cookies. Suzanne Ingham said coconut cakes were awesome. Yes, Charles. Okay. Sugar cookies. I don't think I've received cookies. Yeah.
Yep. I remember getting like a good plastic bag of it, like, stacked, like at least 3. And I was like, wow.
Okay, let's get through the last few, then we'll bring Thaao in. So gonna go really fast. Another glass candy. Yep. Mm-hmm. We've got Sherry said she got apples too. She says, which means you're old. Sherry, I am not in your club. Thank you. Karen Simmons says her children received apples and oranges. Okay. Charles said, for the record, I don't like coconut cakes. Yes, they are either white or pinkish. Yes, that's what I remember.
Yeah,
Peter Lee said, I used to bake and give out cookies with Halloween characters. That's cool.
That's cute.
Give me your address. Oh, you don't do it anymore. Zayn CT said, recently I've been yearning for the days of trick-or-treating when I was in Bermuda and going to Booz Island. My U.S. neighborhood has been quiet these past few years on Halloween. Man.
Times have changed, man.
They have. I was just hoping nobody came to my door last night. I was hoping. I'm like, because I ain't got nothing. I mean, all I had was 3 avocados. I mean, I didn't
give those away.
Yeah. All right, let's go through a few more. We've got Sahima Chaudhry says, I got pencils and I'm pretty sure I'm older. Okay. I must have missed it. They must have said this brother does not look like he could write, so I ain't giving him one. We also got Manuela Johnson. When I was a child, we used to get pint-sized milk boxes for school to collect money for Salvation Army. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
So you go trick-or-treating and also ask for donations.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Actually, yeah, that's innovative. That's smart.
Okay.
They're answering the door.
Maya, I'm afraid to do what we're about to do. But we have to bring Thaao in. And I'm interested to know the most unique thing he's given or received, because something tells me we're in for a classic, Maya Palacio. We're in for mattresses last week.
Man on the spot.
Mattresses last week? Look, this is the same man who thought he was eating a cow and had a horse burger.
Yeah,
this
that was
man who someone asked to bring a mattress back. And everybody else is just asking for McDonald's. Thaao, don't let us down, boy. Do not let us down. Let's bring this guy in.
Hey, Maya. Hey, Jay. You finally gassed it too much.
I'm saying, like, let this man breathe. Like,
no, you have finally genuinely gassed it too much, because I have never authentically participated in Halloween at all as a child.
Oh,
really? Because of the church that I went to. Y'all were up to all that pagan, demonic thus and such.
Yeah.
I will be home praying for your souls. Serious.
You know
Like, I've never worn a costume. I've never even wanted to wear a costume. I have not been involved in that church or any church since my mid-teens. But even to this day, I'm 42, and it still feels weird to me.
But you know what?
Like the whole thing. I went out with my kids last night. My beautiful babies. One dressed up like a little fox. The other one dressed up like Spider-Gwen. Whip, whip, whip. Like it was the business. But the whole time, I'm like, there's something just ain't right about all this. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Thaao, you still done did it with that story. And I'm gonna tell you something.
Oh,
As you
really?
were talking just now, as you were talking, Maya, I don't know if you remember this song. It was called Childhood by Michael Jackson. I was thinking about, I actually sympathized with you like we did with Michael, like you had no childhood, man.
We did other things. I have Feast of Trumpets, Feast of Tabernacles. Y'all don't know nothing about all that. What's the business? You should get on the plane, go away.
Thaao,
You know.
Thaao, go listen to Have You Seen My Child?
Stop teasing. Stop.
Hold on. This brother, man, I appreciate that. You know what? At the end of the day, that is something that is unique. Some like to know that people in your generation didn't go. It's almost abnormal for me back then, because even a lot of the religious folks still participated because it was just a childhood thing. So that is interesting from my time.
Yeah, well, it went even further. You remember, like, in the week leading up in school for Halloween, like you participate in some small art project or something, you know, like draw a pumpkin or like witches and all that. Like, and you decorate the classroom and take it home to your house. I couldn't even participate. I had to sit in another corner of the class reading books.
And look at you, one of the biggest brains Bermuda's ever had.
I don't really attribute those two things together, but I feel where you're going. I feel where you're going. I appreciate it.
You know what, Faye? You also probably had better dental health than myself, and because you didn't have to,
no cavities.
Yeah.
Actually, that's true, and that reminds me of something I wanted to bring up on another day. Don't let me forget, Jeremiah. Do you remember a particular dental treatment that kids used to get that involved like covering their teeth in some sort of plastic or
Metal?
something?
It was like the silver metal things?
No. I mean, like, it was like a plastic gel that they would put all over your teeth at some point. Now, I have had arguments about this with my mother for years, because I remember going to the dentist and like them covering my teeth in plastic. But I was supposedly like 6, so it could have just been in my head.
Mama Joe just did well over there, boy. She did well.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, I could be making it up, or I shouldn't say making it up. I could be misremembering, because I have a distinct memory of this.
So you gonna do it with children?
Oh God, no! That sounds horrible.